Hello, everyone all around the world. I hope you're okay. So, my name is Kaveh and welcome to class. This is the beginning. Basically, this is an introduction session for the CCNP, Encore, and Enarsi all together. So, for those of you that you're the first time that you're attending in my class, the very first rule of the class is to share your camera and microphone with all times at the class with me so we can talk with each other and we can just communicate with each other. So I will give you 1 minute to just set up your microphone and also to set up your camera as well. So let's do this. You have 1 minute to just fix sharing with your camera and microphone, at least if you're on the phone or if you're on the, you know, you're not on the computer, so you can just activate your microphone instead of a camera as well. Okay. You see only one person is sharing camera right now. Others, guys, if you can just share your camera and microphone again, that would be brilliant. Second, third, three people just sharing the videos. Number 4 is coming. Number 5. Come on, guys, don't be shy. Share your camera with us. Just show me your face, okay? So we're
Oh, my
not
camera is
caught
not
anyone.
working. I can use my
Oh,
microphone.
no worries, because I see you're in the phone or tablet, so possibly it's not working there because of that. As long as you have the microphone, it should be okay. Others, all right. Number 6, Mahadev, I guess he was sharing the camera at the beginning, but he just canceled the camera. Guys, you need to leave it on, right? Don't worry, just leave it on. Share your cameras with us because we just want to talk and you need to introduce yourself first of all before me, then I will continue. Okay? So let's first of all start with the first person here on my list. Ankush Sharma. Okay, Ankush, welcome to the class and welcome on board. So can you just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself? Tell me about your background. What did you do for in university, if you went to university anyway? Just tell us about your university, about your network background. And I'm just talk with everybody in the class because I just want to know everybody and we can just decide about the level of the class and the level of the explanation in this class as well. All right, Ankush, go on.
Thank you, sir. My name is Ankush Sharma. I have done diploma courses in hardware networking, and now I have joined Networking Kings and enrolled for my CCNP, CCNA, CCNP, and RC courses. And I have 6 years of working experience in pharma IT.
All right, that's brilliant. So you have experience about networking, I guess, and you've played with the Cisco platform, right?
Right.
Okay, that's brilliant. So thank you very much. And did you work with a new platform as well, such as, the Catalyst 9000 series, the access point, the routers, the new switches? Did you play with them, or are you still working with the legacy platform? What kind of platform are you working with right now?
It's like it's like domain environment.
All right.
L1,
Okay.
L2, like.
Okay, no problem. Okay, that's okay. That's enough. Me, okay. Let me pick Mahadev. I guess you can introduce yourself as well. Can you tell us about yourself and about your background? What do you do? What do you do right now, Mahadev?
Hello.
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 Abdul Manan, I
Yeah.
guess you're talking.
Good evening.
Hello. So Mahadev, you are welcome to talk.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening and
Uh,
welcome to the class.
as of
Yeah.
now, I'm working as a IT engineer, and I have total 6 years of experience in IT support, like desktop support. Okay, and I want to explore my career with networking or any server related, but I'm confused till time. What field will be suitable for me, like a network or server or cloud. So
Oh,
I'm
so
looking for
you're just asking a very hard question, basically. You're just asking about the, which one is better, white or black, okay? No one knows which one is better, okay? White is good, black is good. Both of them are good. It depends on the case scenario. We're going to talk about that later on in this session, and also in the next session is going to be introduction session as well. So we can talk with on that manner, and we can just discuss about which one of those courses are much better option for you if you want to, extend your knowledge, if you want to expand your capabilities all around the, all around, technical, from the knowledge perspective. So if you want to expand those capabilities, we're going to talk about them as well in this session. But, honestly, I cannot tell you until I know you better. So in the first session, it's very hard to tell you. And guys, I see so many videos and so many people. Let's say some of those influencers in the LinkedIn and so many other places in the world that they're going to tell you, for example, network programming or the automation are great. Okay, yes, that's it. That's great. But is and they're just suggesting you to go off the network programming and the automation. I'm not going to tell you that it's not good. This is absolutely brilliant if you just follow those network programming and automation. But honestly, without the network knowledge, you cannot follow up with those courses. Okay. So, yes, I'm telling you that if you want to uh, have a very good future career, it's better to follow the top trends topic, okay, such as the SD topics, the SDN topics. But without the network, basic network fundamentals topics, you're nothing to the future career world, especially nowadays, because nobody cares about your CLI skills, how fast you can type or how fast you can configure a couple of things. They do care about your knowledge, okay? Your deep understanding of all of those routing, switching, security protocols. If you have a deep understanding of them, then implementation would be very, very easy because you can just follow some leads. Let's say you can just go there and follow some scripts and some programs. Even you can write down your own program. But honestly, without the knowledge, you can do nothing. So I'm going to tell you that about that manner as well. So the next one is going to be Carlos. Okay. So Carlos C. I see Carlos C. So Carlos, can you hear me? Can you also share your video? If you can, that would be brilliant. If not, you can just talk to the mic. Carlos, can you talk at all in this session? So maybe not. For the last person, whoever wants to talk, guys, one of you, if you're, a volunteer, anyone wants to be a volunteer?
Hi, Kaveh.
Oh,
My name is Rajeshwar.
hello. Hello, Rajesh.
Yeah, I have no more than 10 years of experience. I work in mostly into the security domains. I'll be managing Palo Alto and Fortinet firewalls most of the time, and I'm working as a L3 firewall engineer. But I joined this course to get more familiar with, especially routing protocols. Since I don't have an option, I don't have an option to work on more into networking products. So I wanted to
Mhm.
build my knowledge on networking to, especially on BGP and OSPF stuff.
Great, great. Okay, so you're working with firewalls, right?
Yeah, I'm working with there are multi-product vendors like Palo Alto, Fortinet, even Cisco secure firewalls as well.
Okay, that's brilliant. Okay. Thank you very much for sharing your background. And for the last person, maybe, sorry, your name is pretty hard for me to pronounce.
Yeah, actually,
Gopi is the beginning of your name.
Call me Gopi, sir.
Sorry, it's very hard. Maybe give me a little bit,
No problem.
introduction
Just call
about
me Gopi, sir.
yourself.
Gopi.
Okay. Okay, Gopi. All right. So go on. Stage is
Yeah.
yours.
I'm from Chennai, sir. I am working in IT sector. I am working as a South IT head in that my concern. For 5 years, I have overall 10 plus years of experience in IT hardware and networking. But I don't have experiencing in Cisco routing and all because my company is having it's a logistics company. So we depend, our team will be focusing on the customers only. So I want to go to next level. So I want to go to, I love to work with firewalls and networking. So that is the reason I'm check with online. I saw that networking kings will be the better than other things. I'm take a course in transport also CCNA. After that, I want to continue with the CCNP. That's the reason I'll came here. So that's what I'm trying to.
Okay, that's brilliant. Thank you very much for sharing your background, and thanks very much
Thank you,
for
sir.
everyone participating in this introduction session. So, hello and welcome to the class. My name is Kaveh, and I'm the CCI certified. And for the beginning of the class, let me first of all share my LinkedIn webpage with you. So in any case, if you do have any question, if you want to find out about my previous background, my work experience, my certification, the only thing that I just want to tell you for the beginning is that I do have a CCI certification, CCI number 64313, and I have around 22 years of experience. Be my guest if you want to check my profile, right? I'm going to share my address, and also let me just find out. This is the first time that I use WebEx for a class. Let me see if I can share my screen. Oh yeah, got it. Alrighty. So here we go. I guess you now see my screen.
yeah, we can see.
Yep. All right. Okay. So here we go. Guys, this is me. So I'm sharing the links to my LinkedIn webpage anyway. So you can see, here's my certification here. I have, as I told you, plenty of experience, plenty of Cisco certification and Microsoft certification coming with me. I'm also MSc Master of computer networking since 2011. And I was working in a network field with so many different places all around the globe, especially Europe and Middle East. I was working in UK as well. I used to work in UK as well. So I'm going to tell you a lot about myself later on in this course, and we can talk about that, how you can find a good job later, maybe somewhere, maybe in US, in UK, in Europe. If you want to find a good job, we can talk about that manner as well. In in the last part of this class, I'm going to help you with that manner as well. Okay, for those of you that you're looking for a good job. Anyway, so let me first of all start with a course introduction. What is this course? Basically, this is the course, a combination course of Encor and Enarsi topics. So guys, this is a very, very important course for those of you that you do not have a background of the networking technologies. Okay, so let me share my browser once again. Righty. Okay. So I guess you can see my screen, and this is the CCNP Encor exam topics, right? Okay. So do you see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
All right. Is there any problem with just... Okay. So, all right. So as I told you, this is a combination course of Encor and Enarsi all together, and we're going to talk about lots of different topics in here. And this is a new version. Basically, we're going to talk about that. And there's so many difference with the previous course. Cisco recently has updated all of those pre-exam topics, and now you need to work with these new topics, which has been updated, I guess, since the beginning of the December. And from the beginning of the January, all of those exams will be updated with a new version, right? So you need to be very careful when you're just talking about the CCNP Encor. So Encor is not look like the previous courses anymore. So always you need to upgrade yourself every 6 months. All of those concentration exams and core exam needs to be updated, okay? Because they will be updated from now on every 6 months. So make sure that you need to study, okay? You will study at all times from the beginning of this course, okay? So let's talk about a little bit about the exam description. So the Encore exam is all about the enterprise core, okay? So one of those tracks, the Cisco certification track, they have a core exam. For the data center, we have a data center core. For the enterprise, we do have an enterprise core. And for any other of those tracks, we do have a core exam. Security core, service provider core, data center core, the enterprise core, and maybe there will be another core exam in the next couple of years. So the core exam is one of the most challenging part of your knowledge, okay? So because it has so many different parts in it, okay? And especially for the enterprise, because honestly, enterprise has so many topics consisting of switching, routing, some security protocols, the automation, the management, the SDN technologies, some of the network programmings, and so many other topics are included in these kind of courses, okay? So when you're talking, guys, do you have any problem with hearing at all? Or are you all okay with that?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
But
Right.
sometimes we have problem there.
Okay, so there is no problem with hearing, right? So if you do have any problem or if you do have any question, be my guest to stop me. There's no specific time. You can, whenever you do have a question, you can talk about that. So first of all, we're going to talk in this, we're going to talk about the architecture of the new network era, okay? The new network ecosystem, especially the Cisco ecosystem. We're going to talk about that. What is this? New ecosystem. What is there, for example, the SD kind of things in these, in these platforms? Okay, we're going to talk about that, especially about the SD access, about the SD-WAN, and somehow, if we do have a time, and if you're interested in this track, we can also talk about the new data center technologies, which is based on the SD-DC, okay? Somehow we're going to talk about the ACI platforms, okay? And we're going to talk about that, and also we're going to see in a real lab, right? We're going to experience that in a real lab. Because, honestly, this is the course, a combination of Encor and Enarsi track. We can talk a lot more about those topics in more details, okay? Because I do have time and you do have time, and all of us together, we can just spend a good amount of time. And with your cooperation and, with all of your effort in this class, we can just do more. And I can give you more explanation about those topics, okay? So these are topics consisting of the 5 different parts, okay, of core, and one last for the automation. So 6 parts, 5 of them is consisting of some networking, some wireless, some assurance, security, and the last part is for automation. And if you're looking at this link, it just shows you the weight of each of those topics in the exam. So for the architecture, you do have a 15% weight for the architecture. For the virtualization, it's not too much, it's 10%, but it's still counted. For the infrastructure, you do have a 30%. So this is one of the most important part of your knowledge, which is consisting of the switching, routing, wireless, and IP services. They're all inside the infrastructure level. We do have some network assurance topics for, for the monitoring, for the, mirroring the traffic, for getting the information from your traffic analysis. So these are part of the network assurance. For the security, we do have some parts that is going to be an introduction about the Cisco ISE, the identity service engine. Also, we're going to talk about the .1x, the web authentication, the next generation firewalls, and these are all going to be an introduction level. And for the automation part, which is very important, we're going to interpret basic Python component. Honestly, I'm going to talk a little bit more about that part. So I'm going to tell you what is a Python, the data model and the data types, what is a Yang, for example, the JSON, what is a DNA center, especially for the SD access environment. We're going to talk about that. And also I'm going to give you an introduction about the new SDN ecosystem of the Cisco, right? What are them basically? What is SD access? What is SD-WAN? Okay, how can you just pronounce them honestly? Okay, how can you just play with them? How can you just deploy them? How can you just migrate your current network topology to the new SD access or SDN kind of things? Okay, and we're going to talk about that, and also we're going to talk about the REST API, the RESTconf. And also at the end of this class, we're going to talk about some of those agent and agentless orchestration planes and those orchestration topics. What are them? How can you work with them? Honestly, the interpret of those applications, those tools all around you. So if you want to deploy them, if you want to play with them, if you want to control them, such tools like Chef, Puppet, Ansible, Salt, these are all different tools that are all in front of you if you want to play with them in the future. So these are all part of the Cisco Encor exam topics. And we're going to talk about most of those topics, not all of them. Once again, we're going to spend a good amount of timing on those topics that are very important for you in exam and also for your future career. Some of them, they're not useful nowadays, especially, and even Cisco is just telling you that you need to know them. Honestly, you don't, okay, because they're outdated. There are still these courses, these topics. For example, I guess the Cisco Encor book is coming from 2020, and as I told you, every 6 months your knowledge needs to be updated from now on. Okay, so this is going to be very challenging for you because you need to upgrade yourself every 6 months in this class. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the Enarsi exam topics also, which is the layer 3 technologies, the VPN technologies, the infrastructure security, and also services all together. We're going to talk about them, and we're going to, emphasize our, main focus on the routing protocol. Okay, so the Enarsi is not an easy course. It's very important, and honestly, because it's just all introduction about the IPv4 and IPv6 routing protocol. We're going to talk about the EIGRP, the OSPF, the BGP, all in full details, guys. These are going to be very deep courses. Okay, so the Enarsi course is going to be much more clear. It's going to give you much more clear explanation about all of those topics, and especially we're going to talk about also the multicast technologies, and which is very important for your future career, because nowadays most of the companies all around the globe, the cloud providers, the companies, the corporation, at so many other enterprise companies all around the globe, they're just spending a good amount of time to deploy the multicast features as well. And it has the infrastructure security, and for the last part is some services such as the DHCP servers and other things. Okay, so these two courses are going to be mixed of switching and routing protocols at the beginning. Then we're going to continue to talk about some other topics, such as, for example, what is Lisp, okay? The locator ID separation protocol. If you're interested, we can also talk about some other routing protocols, such as ISIS, okay? We can also talk about the MPLS. We're going to talk about also the MPLS fundamentals in this class, and all of those applications which is running on top of the MPLS, okay? For example, we can talk about the MPLS VPN, the VPLS, VPN v4, VPN v6, and some other application that can be run on the MPLS ecosystem. Also, we're going to talk about the VXLAN technologies. What is the VXLAN and how it, how it can provide you the overlay network for you on the SD access in the data center world. And what is a new replacement, which is Geneva nowadays, which they have just introduced the new protocol for the overlay, which is called Geneve. And we're going to talk about them in a lot more details because we have a plenty of time in this class. We're going to spend a good amount of time to talk about all of those protocols in details. And guys, let me tell you one of the differences between my courses and all other courses all around the globe. So when I'm starting one topic, I'm not giving you Encor explanation, then I move to the Encor because they have lots of similarities with each other. Okay, so we're going to start in this class. We're going to start from the switching protocol, then we're going to continue with the routing protocol. I'm going to give you full introduction, full explanation of each and every specific topics. Okay, whenever I do pick an object, for example a spanning tree, I do give you a full explanation about, for example, a spanning tree. Or if I do give you an explanation about, for example, let's say OSPF, I will give you full explanation about the OSPF, also BGP, and same story for all of those protocols. I'm going to finish it, okay? Then I move to the next topic. So it's going to be a mixture of these two courses at the same time. So let's say, for example, at the beginning of the class, when I do start the switching, I do give you a full explanation about the switching protocol. Then when I do start the EIGRP, I finish all topics for the EIGRP, either for the Encor or NRC, okay? Then I'm going to finish all of those explanation, and then at the end of the class, you get full experience of those protocols and technologies for the Cisco enterprise network ecosystem. So here we go, and this is the class 120 hours, 100 to 120 hours. It really depends on you, okay? So if you give me a very hardworking attitude, if you're a hardworking person, if you can just play with the labs, if you do study very well enough, so I can give you more explanation. I can give you a lot more, labs in this class, a lot more resources for you to read. Okay, so this is going to be a very interesting course, and I do love enterprise topics because it's very hard. And if I want to tell you what is the most challenging part of the Cisco courses, I can tell you that enterprise is the most challenging courses of the all Cisco enterprise. Of the all Cisco training tracks. Okay, either is much more complicated than the data center and the service provider, because if you do not have this knowledge, you cannot go for the data center and you cannot go for the, let's say, service provider. They are all depends on the network enterprise because they're just giving you a full a very good experience of those technologies, okay? Because honestly, when you do work on a data center world, you still need to know what is the underlay, what is the overlay, what is the routing protocol. I don't know, for example, maybe in an ACI world, ACI is just using some other routing protocol. Let's call it COOP, the Council of Oracle Protocol. But still, you need to understand what is the overlay and underlay technology. And also you need to understand the basic fundamentals of the network objects. If you know them, then you're welcome to go for the data center or for the service provider. They all depends on this enterprise track. Okay, so it's going to be a very interesting class. For me, I do give you so many explanations, so many other labs, so many workbooks, and you can just see them all during this course. Okay, so let me just show you something. This is part of my CCIE class. I do also give my other students for the Encor and NRC track as well. So let me just show you one of the giant lab here that we are going to play with it during this course. Okay, so give me a minute. Alrighty. So let me just share my screen one more time so you can see. All right, guys. So here's the topology that those students of mine at the last quarter of this class, they're going to play with it. So this is the very, very interesting part of the class. This is for the CCI student. However, those CCNP students, they're going to work with a 70% of these labs as well. And for those of you that you're interested to continue with the CCIE, this combination, the Encor and Enarsi class is brilliant for you, okay? You can continue with that as well, because, you know, honestly, if you have this knowledge, you still can just move to the CCIE level as well. So this is a very interesting lab consisting of the service provider. It consisting of ISIS routing protocol, the BGP routing protocol, the MPLS, and so many others. And I also give you some workbook to just solve this lab as well, to practice the lab and also finish up and go for the real exam. All right, guys, this is basically an introduction for this class. I don't want to just overwhelm you with all of these, you know, names and explanation. So any of you, if you do have a question, be my guest and I would be happy to answer to all of your questions. If not, that's all. Then this is going to be an introduction for this class. Then from the next session, we're going to talk also a little bit about an introduction level, about more details about the course topic, and also will give you how can you set up your own lab back home, okay? For all of you, I'm going to lead you how to set up your own lab, your own references, how to set up all of those, because I do care about my students, for all of them to have a good experience of playing with the labs and also to read the references in a standard way so they can continue and they can boost their performance for the future. Okay, so do you have any questions so far? Any question regarding the exam topics, regarding the timing of the class, or if you do have any personal question, if you need me to help you with that manner, okay, just tell me about that.
What are the timings for this class?
What is the timing you're asking?
Yes.
The timing is Monday to Friday. It's 8 o'clock IST to 9:30. It's around 90 minutes class on every day. It's Monday to Friday.
And honestly, it really depends on you. So if you're interested, we can just talk more. We can just have a longer classes. Sometimes we do have a longer classes based on requirement, maybe 2 hours class, okay? And if you're interested, you can come to the other classes of me, because I do have other classes here and with the permission of the Network Kings, so you can just also attend in other classes. So for example, if you have any problem with understanding a specific protocol, you're welcome to come to other classes of me. I guess I do have around 5 to 6 classes right now at the networking. They are all part of the network enterprise topics. So you are welcome to come to other classes and we can also to talk about other topics as well, right? Okay. I guess that was my answer to your question. Is there any other question for those of you that you're interested in this class? So guys, again, hello, yeah.
How much percent SD-WAN we covering in this and securities side, like Palo Alto or any other thing?
Okay, this is a very good question. For now, guys, I just shared my LinkedIn address profile for you in the chat box. So if you're interested, you can click on my LinkedIn, you can add me, connect me, and later, if you do have any question, you can ask me in the LinkedIn webpage as well. So for the SD-WAN, basically the SD-WAN has another course, but in this track we talk about the SDN in general, and I will give you also an explanation about the SD-WAN. What is the SD-WAN? How can SD-WAN simplify your branch configuration, your WAN configuration all around the globe? If you do have a worldwide scale or a large scale network environment, let's say it has been expanded all around the country or the continent, or let's say all around the world. If you do want to control and orchestrate all of your configuration all around the globe, what should you do with the SD-WAN? I'm going to tell you about the Cisco SD-WAN Viptela solution, not other solution. We're not going to talk about for example, the Palo Alto. I don't know how Palo Alto just deploying this. So this is a Cisco class. We're going to talk about the Cisco SD-WAN solution. But anyway, let me tell you something. The secret of the SDX technology, SDN, SD Access, SDDC, or some other SDs, okay? They have lots of in common. So let's say they all have controllers. They all have underlays. They all have overlays. So they all have security features. So in that manner, we're going to see all of those similarities with each other, okay?
Sir, I have a question.
Right. Sure. Go on.
What is the difference between SD-WAN and Meraki?
Okay, so SD-WAN basically has two different platforms. Let's say two different product line and the Cisco. One of them is the Meraki and the other one is the Viptela. Both of them are okay. In my opinion, the Meraki is not a good solution for the large scale network environment. And for those of you that you do want to have a on-premise network ecosystem. So Meraki is much more cloud scale solution. It's fully automated and it will be controlled by the Cisco, okay? So for those of you that you're interested to deploy the SD-WAN as an on-premise solution and you can have a full control of the data of entire the platform, the ecosystem. So if you want to do control all of them, it's much better to follow the Cisco Viptela solution instead of the Meraki. But the difference is you're talking about the two different platforms. For the Meraki, you need to play with the Meraki product line, but the products and platform, you need to pick the hardware platform of the Meraki. But for the Viptela, you can either select the iOS platform, either iOS XE platform, or the Viptela platform as well. And nowadays, we do not have lots of Viptela platform anymore. They're all been moved to the Catalyst 8000 series, the ISR series, or the ASR series. They have been moved from the legacy environment and also the Viptela platform to the Cisco platform, which is based on the iOS XE platforms, okay? And we're going to talk about all of these platforms, guys, in this course. I'm going to give you an introduction about what is the difference between the routers, okay? If you want to pick a router for your network, for your companies, which one is the best platform? Which one is more suitable for you, okay, if you want to pick a good one? The Catalyst 8000 or the ISR platform or the ASR platform, which one is more suitable option for you, okay? I hope that answer your question.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
No worries. No worries. It's my pleasure. Any other question, people? Do you have any other question?
Yeah, Kaveh, I have one question regarding the CCIE certification. So if I want to plan for a CCIE certification, what is the focus and how we can make ourselves prepare for the certification?
Okay, do me a favor. If you do want to plan for the CCIE, just send me a message on the LinkedIn. I can just lead you how can you, I need to know more from you, okay? But honestly, there is, the combination of the Encor, Enarsi, and SD-WAN, the combination of these three topics is going to fulfill around let's say 85% of the exam topics, okay? So if you do have a knowledge of these three courses, let's say you're going to cover 85% of the CCI laboratory exam topics, okay? But still, CCI is not a game. It's a real challenge. You need to spend a good amount of time, in at least 6 to 12 months. You need to put yourself in a very hard working situation, okay? So you need to spend a amount of time for reading, practicing the labs. At least each day, you need to spend, in average, 6 to 8 hours of hard working and studying for the next 6 to 8 months, right? So if you can just do this, then yeah, this is going to be a true story for you, and it's going to be a good path for you to take the Encor, Enarsi, and after that, the SD-WAN. But anyway, after getting all of these three topics, the three courses, then you're ready to continue to the CCI lab. And CCI lab is different. Okay, it's different thing and it's different, category. Okay, so at the end of this course, you need to go and cover the CCIE lab techniques and lab skills at the end of the work, at the end of the day, right? So this is going to be another course, okay, which is going to be around 80 to 100 hours, but not a long course. It's going to be around 1.5 months to 2 months. After you just passing this course, you're absolutely ready to go for the CCI exam. I'm going to talk with you in this course. So if you want to take the CCI laboratory CCI number, just do it. Don't worry. Come to this class. Come to the Encor Enarsi class. Then I guess you're ready to move on to the SD1. And at the end of the story, after the 8th month, then you're ready to come to the CCI lab class. Anyway, Raj, if you're interested for the next Monday, maybe next Monday or next Tuesday, you can send me your request and I can add you to a couple of students that they are, let's say, partially ready for the CCI lab, but they're aiming to attend in the real CCI lab exam within the next 3 months. So if you want, be my guest to come to that class as well and see their feeling, their experience, and their current situation as well. Right?
Sure. Thank you, Kaveh.
No worries. But make sure just send me your request in the LinkedIn page as well. Okay, guys. Any other question? Guys, do you have any other question regarding the topics, the class issues, the timing of the class, or any other thing? If you do have any other question, right now you may open up your mic and talk. If not, be my guest to send me your message in the LinkedIn. I will be happy to answer to all of your questions regarding the topics. And I will be happy also to lead you through the networking courses. There are plenty of courses out there. You can just take those courses as well. So that's all for me. And thank you very much for coming to the class. I guess the next week is going to be Christmas. So Merry Christmas from now on. And I hope you're going to have a very good timing in front of you. Good luck to all of you and see you next. Is there any question? Do you want to ask me a question?
Isn't it like class start from 9 p.m.?
It's going to be started from 8 p.m. IST. I do believe it is starting from the 8 p.m. IST time. You can also ask Gurav about that, but I guess it's going to be 8 p.m. IST for 90 minutes each session at the beginning. Then later we're going to decide how to continue with the class. After the half of the class, I'm giving you a rest time. So it's going to be very enjoyable classes, I will promise you.
And when we gonna start actual classes?
Very good question. You can ask Gurav. Maybe Gurav.
From next Monday, guys, we are starting with the proper classes.
Good one.
And usually takes 3 months course.
No. Honestly, don't count on 3 months. Don't care about, please, first of all, don't care about timing, okay? So it's the only thing matters to learn those topics, okay? You want to get this Encor and Enarsi certification, don't you? Right? So the only thing matters is to have a good timing and put a very good energy and get those certification. This only matters to me. Okay, so I guess maybe around 5 to 6 months.
Kaveh, I think this is on the weekday, so I don't think so. It's
Okay, it depends on the networking. You can ask networking then.
yeah. So guys, you can consider maximum to maximum 3.5 months because it's a daily class.
All right. So then that should be okay.
Okay, so hi everyone. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening, Atul.
Hello, hi. Yeah, so guys, do you have any question? Because Kaveh is going to take this Encor and RC because many candidates they are not ready for my weekend batch. like if you guys want to learn on weekdays. So we have this new batch coming on Monday to Friday, and we'll be covering both Encore and RC modules. Kaveh, you are on mute, I think, if you are saying something.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Okay. So basically, let me tell you that in this batch, we will be giving, like, if you are not a networking student, so generally how we teach, let me give an idea. Like Kaveh is going to take live classes, and we will be giving you video recordings as well. And that will be available on this portal, which is learn.nwkings.com. Okay, so in this portal, like you will be going to log in with your email ID and password, and you will be able to watch all your live sessions. Okay, so I'm audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay, so my keyboard is working or not? Yeah. Okay, so you are going to log in with your, so all the students who are going to join this batch, so they are going to get this login ID. And once you have this login ID, so then whatever batch you have joined, suppose you joined the CCNP NRC or maybe Palo Alto, whatever. So like you are going to join for CCNP Enterprise. So after every class, we are going to upload your classes in this portal. And then with the topic wise, you can see and just click on that and you can keep revising all your content. So just one thing I want to tell you, because most of you are going to join the batch from New Year, right? As most of you have planning to start this batch, and maybe within next 1 week you are going to join the batches. So officially the batch will start in the Jan, I would say. Okay, so if I will be starting from next week. So generally in the first two classes, we interact with people, we try to understand their what are their expectations. This is how Kaveh is taking classes. Okay, and once you finish with the batch, so with the CCNP and Core and NRC, like you will be going to join his CCI batch. So if you guys are planning for CCI, just hold on, let me put my charger, just 1 second. Okay, sorry. Yeah. So yeah, I was talking about like all the videos will be available to you, and like you can keep watching this content and ask your doubts here also, or whatever like you guys use. And also we do have a chat platform where like you can join these kind of groups. Okay, so from this batch, Kaveh, we will create these type of groups. Okay, and it's like kind of a WhatsApp group, but in WhatsApp we can't share the big files. But in our tool, like we can use what we call, we can share big files, right? Suppose even if we want to share 1 GB, 2 GB files with the candidates. Okay, so that's the thing. So we'll be giving you some platform where you can keep asking about the doubts. And the last thing, you have the lab part, that you will be getting a lab access from networkings as well. And let me show you that thing as well. Okay, so you'll be getting your credentials. And suppose you are doing a lab of what Kaveh is taking the classes. So the same lab we are going to build here, and you can run all those devices one by one, or you can start all together. That's your choice. And once you start all the devices, then you can click on the devices, and then you can start uh, taking what we call CLI access directly from the web browser. Okay, so this is open like 24/7. You can do practice anywhere, anytime. Okay, so we do have a like capacity to handle almost more than 500 students at a time. Okay, so this is our server's capacity, and the latest softwares we are running on these devices. Okay, means you will be able to do a lot of latest concepts, like in CCNP and Core you have I think Kaveh, the named mode of EAGRP only available in the latest iOS, right? So Kaveh is there, I think. Okay. Yeah, so we will provide you these kind of setup where you do not have to like focus on building the lab. So you can focus more on the content and actually learning the content, not just how to set up labs or something like that. So you can you have a lot of time, and I'm sure that you already spent a lot of time in building labs and all. So we want you to learn the content, and that's why we are giving you labs, and so that you just open the website, log in with your ID, and just start doing the labs. So this is what we want, and this is why we build labs at networking, so that it will be very easy for you to open the labs from any office laptop or from your home laptop, and you can keep doing these labs from anywhere. Because if you install the labs in your laptop, maybe your personal laptop is there, and maybe if you have time in like half an hour in office, in lunch break and all, you can still do the practice there as well, if like you are actually willing to do these things in the office. Okay, because no company stop people to learn, right? Also, once you finish this batch and core and RC, like we will help you also like getting your resumes and all, and we will, whenever there is a requirement, we will share your resumes with few companies when they ask for. Okay, so most of the companies, they ask for CCNP with firewall. So I would recommend you, if you are joining our CCNP, then I would recommend you to join any of the firewall, whether it is Palo Alto or whether it is a FortiGate firewall, because in India most companies are asking CCNP with firewall knowledge. Okay, and I am sure that if you are in IT, already you are working as a network engineer, you have seen when you apply for the jobs, people are asking about some security topics like maybe ICE, AAA, or maybe Palo Alto, FortiGate. Okay, so this is, so yes, in CCNP Enterprise, there are few topics like ACL is there. Like I think Kaveh has already given introduction. So you can always come and see. So this is all about the course. And if you have any doubts, like we already got your details, and but still, if you guys want to like contact networkings, like you just go to this website nwkings.com, and you can always raise your concerns with our team. Okay. So this is nwkings.com. So any questions, guys? Kaveh, are you there, or like you're not in the session? I can see.
I have a question, excuse me.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
I have actually my CCNA course, it's not completed with Chennai in Science Bond. I want to continue CCNA and CCNP both. Is it possible in networkings?
See, this batch, what Kaveh is taking is CCNP only, but there is my batch running on. Okay, if you guys want to join, like from beginning, if you want to learn, I am taking a batch which is CCNA, CCNP, and RC combo. Okay, so which is like, so what most of the people do, like they join my CCNA batch, and then they join Kaveh CCNP batch, or they join my CCNA, CCNP, and RC batch, and then they join Kaveh and core batch. This is how we do. Okay. So also like if anybody wants to learn SD-WAN, because many people, they join the big programs like what we call combo programs at networkings. So we generally help people to start with very beginning. You can see here on my screen, like you can start with CCNA, CCNP Enterprise 4 to 5 months, Palo Alto Firewall, then FortiGate, SD-WAN, Python, and AWS Solution Architect. By learning all these courses within, I think it will take around 15 months. If you start CCNA from now onwards, it will take like the complete 2023 to learn all these courses. Okay, but this order you have to follow. Like you can start with NA, then NP, then firewall, then SD-WAN, then automation, and then in the last you can learn cloud. This is the actually career plan to get high paid jobs into network domain right now. Because people are learning only SD-WAN, but SD-WAN with AWS is more popular nowadays. Okay, and automation is always there. So because like one single trainer cannot teach all the technologies. So this is why the first batch I'm taking, and CCNP is taken by one part I'm taking, and Kaveh is taking Encor, and Kaveh is also taking Encor and Enarsi. So Palo Alto, FortiGate firewall taken by some security engineers. SD-WAN is taken by again Kaveh and some another guy. Python for network engineers also we have. So this is how like you can start your career, and within I think 12 to 15 months you will become the network expert, and this is what you required. And so once you finish all this knowledge, guys, I would recommend you to go for CCI as well, because here you improve your knowledge, and finally after learning all the technologies then you can go for CCI. So many people they just start with CCNA, CCNP directly CCI, but I think you all either you go for this way CCNA, CCNP, CCI, or you go this way CCNA, CCNP, Palo Alto, FortiGate, SD-WAN like this. Okay. So that's the thing. So if you already done CCNA, CCNP, then you can start with from Palo Alto, FortiGate, SD-WAN like this. So it's not required in our intermediate package. And in the advanced package, like you have done NA, NP firewalls, then you can join SD-WAN, Python for network engineers, and AWS solution architect. Okay. So there is a proper plan, and this is the actually requirement of industries. Companies are looking for network engineers. Those have CCNP and firewall knowledge. Okay.
Then I'll join CCNA because it is
Yeah,
easy for me.
yeah, you can start with CCNA only, and so I am also taking a batch which is like CCNA plus CCNP combo, but I'm only taking an RC batch. Okay, so you can come in my batch NA, NP, and RC, and then you can move to Encor with Kaveh, and then SD-WAN with Kaveh. Okay, this is how you can plan also.
Course CCNP will taken by Kaveh only, right?
Yeah, I didn't get you.
Oh, CCNP core taken care by Kaveh only, right?
Yeah, because he's a CCI instructor, and Encor has a lot of topics which is more relevant to CCI. So that's why he's taking Encor, because when you learn CCI from him, and if you learn Encor from him, it is more relevant to go with Kaveh for Encor.
Fine, thank you. Sure, I'll
Yeah,
join.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a query like
Yeah, please go ahead.
I enrolled for Encor for Kaveh and Enarsi with you. So and how I can proceed? Like I'll proceed this batch, or you will have a separate batch for Encor for Kaveh?
That you can check. Kaveh, are you there? Because I'm trying to connect with you. So if you can mute, or Gaurav is there, because I'm not sure how they planned. But I think people can join Encor only also. So what I recommend, Rajeshwar, you can connect with Gaurav and he will get back to you. Yeah, Kaveh is here. Yeah, Kaveh. Yeah. So actually, people can join only for Encor, or like only you will start from NRC Encor?
No. They cannot. But basically, because the combination of these two cores,
Okay.
the teaching style is different. Okay, so I'm going to
Got
finish
it.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, I also have a batch. Like people cannot join my only CCNA. They have to join NA and RC, because I blend the topics so that we do not repeat the topics. I'm sure this is how you are doing also. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
basically,
it.
guys, what we do, like normally, either you go for Encor and RC and you learn almost 120 hours. But Kaveh, what Kaveh is planning, like he will give you again 100, 120 hours. But the repetition of courses, because Encor and an RC, like around 20, 25 hours is similar, right? 15 to 20 hours, like OSPF, BGP, MPLS. So if you join his batch, maybe he's going to put more focus on few other topics like multicasting, automation, and wireless. So this is how he has planned. Okay, so the video, because there was some problem in YouTube live today, so finally we fixed it in the last. Yeah, Abdul.
Sir, I have problem hearing my voice sometime. After 10 or 20 minutes,
So
I am
you
not
are
able to
in,
hear.
okay, which country you are in right now?
India, Delhi.
Okay, maybe there is some internet issue from your end. Okay,
Every 10 minutes, I'm not able to hear.
okay. So basically, what we call the session, what we are taking right now. Okay, so it's like a Zoom, what we call WebEx, but for live classes we use Zoom software, because our all softwares are integrated. So Zoom will not create issue. Maybe this is the issue because of WebEx, maybe. Okay, or maybe your internet is slow. But
No,
in
the
live
internet is okay, sir.
classes,
I'm connected with
WebEx is
Wi-Fi.
okay.
no, live classes are always on Zoom. WebEx is just like we have taken the WebEx licenses just to go and do the webinars. Okay, but live classes will be because all our applications, mobile applications, so everything is integrated with Zoom softwares. Okay, so just to let you know, but yes, I think that's not a issue. Like if you have good internet, both applications are best in the world today.
Hello?
Okay, I think we can, yeah.
Sir, it is okay to do CCNP without any having experience on routing and switching. Actually, I work on SDH only.
Yeah, CCNA, CCNP is for beginner only, guys. It's not for experts. Okay,
Actually,
NNP,
I have done
CCNA,
CCNP, Global
yeah.
Certification from your institution, sir.
Yeah, you can always start with NNP only. There are no other programs where you become a network engineer without CCNA, CCNP. Most 99% of people start their career in IT networking with CCNA, CCNP only. Okay.
It is so. It is. Can I get job if I don't have any experience on routing and switching? If I
Obviously,
then CCNP
yeah,
actually
and in
certification.
CCNA, CCNP, you are going to learn routing switching. When you learn, then only you will get a job, right? So why companies are asking you, okay, get experience, then do CCNA, CCNP? It's not like that. You do not have experience in IT or maybe in network domain, so
Someone,
you will apply as a fresher only. You can't go into like top level positions of networking after NNP. You have to start from the beginning positions, okay?
okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So yeah, Praveen.
Yeah, hi, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So, sir, regarding my concern is since last 5 years, I am as a site support technician.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have done the CCNA, means just took a course. I took from networkings only. So
Mm-hmm.
3-4 months back, of that videos, full videos. So I saw almost 80% I have completed. So after
Mm-hmm.
that, 1 month, I I took a break for 1 month because I'm doing
Mm-hmm.
BTech also a correspondence. So for that
Yeah, yeah.
I took a 1 month break. So now can I take the directly CCNP live classes? So the revision will complete of CCNA also.
Yeah, definitely you can start with NP if you have done 80% of CCNA. You can directly start CCNP. Many people start CCNP even with half CCNA knowledge also because you can't be perfect in any topic. Like you can't say that I will be perfect in CCNA, then only I'll go for CCNP. The day will never come. You have to go through to the advanced courses because when you go to the advanced courses, you automatically understand the basic courses. Okay, here people waste their time a lot because this is my experience from last 10 years. They join CCNA batches and then they do not learn properly, and then they think they will become expert of CCNA, then they will go for NP. See, CCNA is basically like if you think about CCNA, like I want to expert in OSI model, I want to get in all the details of basic fundamentals. Trust me, I'm learning from last 10, 12 years, teaching from last 7, 8 years. The day will never come that you will be satisfied that you are expert of CCNA. So
Okay.
learn CCNA, get the practicals done, try to understand the commands. And once all the things are done, then you go for what we call CCNP, and automatically you are going to revise your CCNA concept because NA and P do not make, both are coming from the same family, right?
Okay.
CCNA and P both will teach you routing, switching, and few other topics. So in CCNA, you learn just 20% of it. In CCNP, you learn about maybe 70, 80, or 100% of the topic.
Oh, okay. And sir, regarding Hindi batches also, is there is there any Hindi batch for
ब्रो हिंदी
CCNP?
में क्या, हाँ देखो इंटरव्यूज आपके होते हैं इंग्लिश में, है ना?
Uh-huh.
तो क्या होता है कि अगर आप बैचेस को ज्वाइन कर रहे हो हमारे, इफ यू आर ज्वाइनिंग आवर इंग्लिश बैचेस, सो व्हाट flexibility networkings will give you that you can because whenever any student join our batches, they get pre-recorded videos of our previous batches.
Oh, okay, nice.
Okay, तो पुराने batches के videos हम देते हैं. Why we are giving those pre-recorded videos? Because maybe suppose you have an interview in next 15 days, but batch will complete in next 6 months. And suppose you have an interview in 15 days and they are asking OSP or BGP question. So still you have the videos of our previous batches. You can go and watch it and try to give interviews within next 10-15 days. This is why we give when you join live batches, we give the previous batch recordings so that you can start giving interviews from within 1 week or 2 week. And
2 week.
also,
Okay.
yeah, so and you also have a flexibility. You can take Hindi batches in video recordings or you can also take English batches. That's your choice.
Oh,
तो
okay, sir.
मेरे जो पहले के CCNP हिंदी टॉपिक्स में पढ़ा चुका हूं, तो आप वो वीडियो ले सकते हो नेटवर्किंग से.
हाँ सर, एक्चुअली मेरा CCN है वो हिंदी टॉपिक ही लिया था, तो मैं वही कंफ्यूज था कि मतलब इंग्लिश CCN
नहीं,
के लूं
हिंदी में वीडियोस मिल जाएंगे पर लाइव इंग्लिश में ही होंगे भाई.
हाँ, लाइव इंग्लिश में.
Okay, because there are many people who do not understand Hindi, so batches will be English. And obviously, everywhere you go, mostly all companies are going to ask questions. Every interview, everything will be in English. So focus, learn the concepts in Hindi and try to interact in English so that you will be able to prepare for your interviews as well. Okay.
Okay, sir. And one more thing, sir. Actually, last 5 years I'm as a IT technician, site support technician I am. So in future अगर मैं CCNP करता हूँ, तो मेरे को एज अ फ्रेशर स्टार्ट करना पड़ेगा कि ये एक्सपीरियंस काउंट होगा मेरा.
कौन सा एक्सपीरियंस?
मींस एज अ IT साइट सपोर्ट टेक्नीशियन हूँ मैं लास्ट
No,
5
IT
years.
support experience will be counted definitely. But if you are coming from different background, like you are coming from mechanical, civil, or maybe you are coming from pharma industry, then definitely that experience will not be counted. Okay. But yes, if you are coming from IT, desktop support, technical support, then you can show that yes, you worked in a client interaction, because when you become a network engineer, most of the companies, they also see if you have the skills to interact with the clients or not. Okay, so definitely your technical support, IT engineer, basic IT experience will be counted. And then whatever CTC, whatever salary you have, you can always ask for a hike.
सर वो नॉक इंजीनियर का काउंट नहीं होगा एक्सपीरियंस?
होता है यार, नॉक तो नेटवर्क के ही बंदे होते हैं यार. नॉक
नॉक
मींस नेटवर्क ऑपरेशन सेंटर ना. नॉक इंजीनियर experience will be counted. Okay. Okay then guys, bye bye. See you all.
थैंक यू सर.